Hello, you beautiful souls of love and light. This is Lady Ninari, Princess of the Sea, Lady of Glencoe, Highlands, Scotland, here with a birthday message. So, in just a few hours, it's going to be my birthday. At midnight officially here in Scotland. However, I was born later in the day, but nonetheless, um, and so I wanted to share with you the albums that I'm going to be putting out. I have count them, four albums. From my videos you may have seen recently, it's been 5 years since I put out an album. So it's been an accumulation of songs that I've written for some of them for years that never have been released, some of them just recently. And I wanted to share with you about each of what the albums are, but also to share with you my process that I go through in channeling the sound healing in the music. For me, it's very intuitive. It's very much in the moment, free from thinking about it. It just flows. Now, I've been a singer-songwriter since I was a wee lass, 6, 7, 8 years old. I was in choir at school, and so I've been singing for a long time. I started like officially writing songs, compositions, and things of that nature at the age of 12. And I've talked about this in some of my videos before this, about my musical background and whatnot. But with these particular albums, over some of these songs have been 20 years in the making, to be fair. And again, some of them have been recent, but I wanted to give you an overview of each of the four albums and to let you know a couple of things. First off, for the rest of this month of September, being my birthday month, the albums are going to be available by love offering donation of whatever you choose to give. I'm going to leave the link to my PayPal Me, and you can just pop in a love offering donation of whatever financially you can give, and then email me at ninari@diamondlady.net and let me know what album you wish, if you wish all four of them, if you wish one particular album, if you even wish one particular song. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm releasing 4 different videos tomorrow of each of the albums, so you can listen to them, you can hear them, and you can play them. And then if there's a specific song that you love or a particular album that you love that's very healing and whatnot, then you can get it for digital download through me. I'm looking into other avenues. I still do have my first album on CD Baby. And that's worldwide distribution for the Lemurian Light of Love album that I did 5 years ago. But since there's other methods right now, I'm just going to utilize digital download through me for now, and I'll look at other avenues as it warrants in that respect. But I wanted to kind of just share with you, the albums were just such a joy. The creativity that flows through me and channeling, the sound healing in the moment. And the Lemurian light language or source energy light language that comes through, and what it means to me, and the songs that I've done and things of that nature. So I kind of wanted to go through each album with you, and pardon me, I'm going to put my reading glasses on so I can see. The Inner Temple of the Soul, the Light Language of Love, which is the Lemurian Light Language album. For me, that was very ethereal, very, like I said, just very in the moment. Some of the ones that, I recorded, I played me crystal bowls, which are actually set to the 444 hertz frequency, 432, and 528 hertz frequency, all the energies of love, the connection with source, the music of the spheres. And you can see the bowls behind me. You probably have seen them in my videos, so they're quite beautiful and very powerful and very healing. And one is set to the B in the perfect 5th octave, the other one is set to F sharp, and the other one is set to F. So they're all, very etheric, it's set to A, so it's F sharp A, I believe it is, and B. Anyway, so they're all set to bring about this etheric essence. And then with my singing, it just comes through. Like I said, since I was a wee lass of 6, I've been channeling Lemurian light language. I came here with these gifts. And so then I have, which are actually directly above me right now, my dolphin wind chimes. I utilize those in recording. And then most of the time when I was recording, either the seagulls were around visiting, the birds were chirping in song as well. And sometimes I was at the loch when I recorded, so we have the waves of the loch in there, and the beautifulness of that. And then also sometimes I was actually at the sea. A couple of times over the spring and summer when I was recording this, I was out at the sea, and so I have the sea waves, you know, as well from the shoreline of my heart. And so the Lemurian light language, a lot of it is ethereal, multidimensional, and they're channelings that are of light language that invocates and initiates you into the soul of who you are. So it's very powerful when you hear that resonance, and transmissions of soul integration and activation in that regard. You know, union with the master artist, such as source. And so then there is the put a little love in your harp, or heart, from my harp, heart to yours album. And this was a lot of fun to do, really. When I'm channeling the harp or the guitar, and some of you know about my guitar, you've seen it. It's the combination of the harp and the guitar, in the guitar put together. And so I lovingly call it the guitar. And it's got a sound hole in the back. And so when you're doing it and placing it on anywhere on the body, the sound healing transmission is very powerful. And those of you who have experienced that personally know that. But it's just as powerful when you're playing it standalone. So for me, when I'm channeling the harp or the guitar, usually I just hear a few notes channeled from source, and then the rest of the melody just comes. And you know, I don't necessarily remember all of it. I have down in my journal, I write the basic notes, you know, in the composition, but once it's channeled, it's a one-off thing, and I really you know, can't say that I would be able to replicate it exactly. That's how channeling works. You know, it's just a one-off thing, and so it's beautiful to be able to record this. And back in the days when I was doing deep trance channeling work, I'm such now a conscious channel, I don't need to do that. But I would often have somebody who would transcribe me work, taking dictation. Then when we got recording devices, I ended up, you know, recording them and having somebody transcribe them, or, you know, myself, you know, transcribing them and whatnot. So I took a lot of care, and it's a beautiful guitar album, you know, harp and guitar album, and it's from my heart, harp to yours. And one of the songs that I really love is actually the opening song. It's Fairy Enchantment and the Dance of the Fairies, and it actually came in 2 parts. Fairy Enchantment was actually a song I wrote, I think probably about 6 years ago. I have to go look at the lyrical content again, but I think it was about maybe 6 years ago or so, maybe longer. And it just kind of sat, and I had the melody, because usually when written song comes through, the melody, the notes, you know, come through for me at the same time, or sometimes it's just the lyrics, and then later on the melody will come and I'll just sing it as it is in the moment. So the balance of that, the dance of the fairies, came in through the harp over this summer, and it was beautiful. And it was interesting because I was looking through my songs to see which ones would be on the album and whatnot, and I came across Fairy Enchantment. And if you'll notice at the end when you listen to the song, you know, I had put a notation in there when I channeled this many years ago, before I had me harps back, that, you know, listen, and then there's harp playing. And so it was absolutely perfect, because then the melody of the song and then the actual harp playing. So for me, that was a lot of fun, because recording that was like dancing with the fairies, and I actually recorded that out in the woods here. So it was quite, you know, beautiful and etheric. And so I really, really enjoyed that, and I wanted to share that with you. So then we have one of my all-time favorite albums. I mean, actually, all four of them are amazing. Just the way they came out in Channel. But the Soul Song, songs for the inner soul child. Now, some of you have seen my videos. I have released some of the songs that are on this album: the Divine Feminine Goddess Chant, the Divine Masculine God Chant. Several years ago, I actually released some of the other songs as well. However, this album, all of them are near and dear to my heart, but this album, you know, first of all, the way they all came out was just absolutely amazing. And some of them, the actual melody and harmonies just came through in the moment in Channel. I just had the lyrical content written, and being, you know, the songstress and the songwriter, a few of them, they just came through in lyrical content, and I didn't have any necessary lyrics, composition for it, and I just channeled it in the moment. Some of them, one in particular I want to share with you is the first song that's on the album, which is called the I Am Mantra. Now, about 20 years ago now, I received a specific initiation with the Master Artist, Source, God, Spirit, whatever you choose to call such. And I was given the mantra, I am all that is, I am love, I am light. And so it was something that I just repeated over and over again, just like a mantra, and it just filled my soul and brought me into my light body and my soul more and more, you know, in ever expanding consciousness of the infinite consciousness. And then as the years have gone on, there has been more that's been added to it, and that Source has given to me of I am whole, perfect, complete, and beautiful simply as I am, right here, right now, in this moment, this Om, this one moment. And so from that, the I Am mantra came. And so this is like a song that spanned 20 years now in the making. And so when I recorded it, it just came through so beautifully, and it became an I am this, and you are this, and then we collectively together, we are this. So it's a very, very special song to me that I know you will enjoy. And You Are a Miracle and You Are Saved are ones that I've also released before. The Universe Has Shaken You to Awaken You is a brilliant song I know you will absolutely love. That song actually came through during another level of awakening I had about, let's see, in 2003 into 2004, and, you know, kind of expanded from there as well. Darva Soba Saraswati is a special Divine Feminine Goddess song that those of you who are on my Celebrating and Shining the Divine Feminine Goddess Within, the Wombin Within, you'll know what that song means. Mogarai is a song I released last year. I'm still currently learning Scottish Gaelic and looking to learn more about it. But I began my studies in it a year ago or so now. And through that song it came, and it's originally dedicated to my twin soul, but it's really for those in sacred union who want to honor the Divine Masculine within one another. You know, the Divine Masculine, God, and the Beloved, and also for the Divine Feminine, it can also be sung, but it's done, you know, the princess singing to the troubadour in that respect. So it was quite beautiful. The Hug a Tree song I've released before is really a fun song because I'm a tree hugger, hippie tree hugger. The I Am Woman. Now, the I Am Woman song is a dedication to all that's Divine Feminine, because at the heart of it, from an earthly perspective as well as a universal perspective, everything is Divine Feminine. We all come from the womb of creation of Source, and then the womb physically here on this earth. And so it's an honoring of that. So that's just some of, you know, of that album. And then the last album is very healing and revealing. And this is the multidimensional consciousness healing for trauma and core wounds. And this is something that, again, has also developed over about the last 20 years or so now. When I was doing my own inner soul child healing work 20 odd years ago now, it's kind of built upon it, and back about, was it 15, 16 years ago now, when I first published my second book, I did something called the Forgiveness Release. And then I've done other multi-dimensional layers of this over the many years. And so this is the most latest version, a culmination of 20 years of sorting this out. And it's really good for people who have anxiety, PTSD, depression, stress in their life, fears, doubts, worries, anything of that nature that you're looking to shift in multidimensional consciousness. So with that said, I just want to say to you, first of all, thank you for all of the birthday messages that are already starting to come in. You're amazing and I love you so. And the ones yet to come, thank you already in advance. I'm going to probably be spending my birthday alone physically this year. Don't have any plans unless something happens to come up last minute. But I'm really deeply appreciating you all online, because I know even though physically I'm alone, I'm never alone. I'm never alone, because alone is all one anyway, and source energy is always within me and with me, and I'm in love with the beloved, married to source. But this said, we're here to experience the connection and divineness of connection and that kind of love as well, whether it be soulful romantic love connection, soulful union, and friendships, and whatnot. And so I honor and appreciate each of you, and this is the reason why I'm releasing these albums, really. And for me, it's not about accolades or anything of that nature. It's for me to give in service to you and to help you on the path. And so my dearest, fondest birthday wish is that you all enjoy the albums and receive the wisdom and help and healing and wholeness and integration that you already and always are as a soul. And I love you dearly and deeply, and happy birthday to me. And happy birthday to you, because each moment is a birthday. You're giving birth to love in each moment. The wholeness, the integration, the balance, the wisdom, the love, the light we are, and shining that. So I honor you today as well as myself. I love you. Estava.